Welcome to 30 minutes of exercise. We are going to get started today. If you have a chair that you can use, a standard height chair would be perfect. And then also if you have handheld weights, light dumbbells, these are 5 pounds. Maybe you have 2 or 3 pound dumbbells up to 5. Also canned food if you're home, that would work. Or if you're in Lose to Win, we can use our binder as our equipment, or if you have a book you can hold on to or something else that's safe to hold, we are going to get started. So first we'll start in the seat of our chair, and feet you want about hip width apart. We're going to be opening up our side and reaching over and stretching. And you can take any of these stretches or exercises at your own pace, whatever feels good to you as you move. Also, if any of the movements we do today are painful, you can go through a smaller range of motion, so maybe you're not reaching as far, or you can pick an alternative exercise if that's better. Great job. We're going to do these for about 20 more seconds, really opening up our side. Excellent. 10 seconds more. Good. Let's get one more reach on each side. All right, coming back to center. Next, we're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to get some gentle rotation. You can use your thigh and maybe the side of your chair, whatever you're sitting on. And we're just going to go side to side, getting a nice gentle stretch. And again, if rotation doesn't feel great on your back, you can limit how far you rotate. Or if it feels good, you can rotate around as far as you need for the stretch. Feels really nice if you've been seated at a desk, getting some blood flowing. Great, let's rotate one more time each way. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to use the seat of our chair. So I'm going to turn the chair, and we are going to be shifting side to side. So with a wide stance, you can put your hands on your chair or your forearms all the way down. The goal is to open up those inner thighs and get a nice stretch, sitting our hips back. And if your forearms on the seat of your chair makes it a little bit challenging, or it's too deep of a knee bend, we can also keep our arms long and just shift side to side. Good, we're leading with our hips. Our knee is right over our ankle. We feel nice and supported. Good, we'll go about 15 more seconds going side to side. Great, we'll do one more on each side. All right, coming up, taking a little break. We're gonna bring our feet in a little bit closer. We're gonna use the seat of our chair, or if you prefer to be up a little bit higher, you can use the back side of your chair. We're gonna rotate. So as you rotate through your hips, you're gonna lengthen the leg in the direction you're turning. We're gonna look up towards our hand, and then come back to center, rotate open, look up at your hand, come back to center. Good. If you're at your desk, the height of the desk is also a nice surface. You can place your hands on your desk and rotate. Great. Let's go one more each side. All right, coming to center. So next we're going to find a plank position. So the hands are on the chair. Depending on the width of your chair, you can also go more to the sides so you can keep your wrists strong, or we can go this way. So we'll step back into our plank, and your goal is to take a nice big step and lunge and lengthen that back leg. And step back, step forward, and step back. Awesome. So by keeping that back leg long and kind of gently dropping the hips forward, we're getting some nice lengthening here through the hip flexors. And my chair is trying to roll on me, so if you have a chair that has wheels or maybe is rolling on the carpet, Be careful of that, or you can put your chair up against a wall or your desk or something to keep it in place. Good, we'll go about 10 more seconds here. And one more on each side. All right. Okay, coming up, now I'm gonna use the back side of my chair. I'm gonna turn my chair around. So here, using the chair for a little bit of support, we're gonna take a small step back. We're gonna drive our hips. So this leg that's in front gets lengthened. You get a nice hamstring stretch, and then we're gonna step tall, step center, and then small step back. We're gonna alternate which leg we step back with. And this is one where you can definitely go at your own pace. So if it feels like you need to hold that stretch a little bit longer, you can, or you can move through it a little bit quicker, but we want our hips to be our driver. Nice hip drive behind you, and then you have this nice support from your chair or your desk. Great job, 15 seconds more, alternating legs. Good, last repetition on each leg. Awesome. All right, final stretch here. We'll take our feet wider than our hips. Our hands are on the back of the chair or the side of your desk. We want to step back far enough that when you push your hips back, you can lengthen your arms and lengthen your spine. We don't want to lock our knees out, so just kind of soften the knees, keep the hips up high, and then we'll come forward. Drive your hips back. Depending on where you might have some tightness, you could feel a stretch through your mid-back and shoulders, or maybe you feel more down the back of your legs, or maybe you feel everything. All of the above is okay, as long as you don't have pain. Good, let's get one more. Excellent. Okay, so hopefully our bodies are feeling warm and ready to add in some equipment. So I'm going to push my chair out of the way. We need our light dumbbells or our binder or whatever you have at home to use. I'm going to use my dumbbells to start, and we're going to work on single-sided movements. So if you have one dumbbell that's enough weight for you, you can hold on to one. Or if you have two smaller dumbbells and you can safely grab the ends and you want more weight, you can do it that way. And then the binder, you can also hold this way, or a book. So first movement we're going to do is on a single leg. We're going to work on picking up the knee. So we're maintaining single leg balance and then extending the item out in front of us and then bringing the leg back. And we're going to stay on the same side. So we're going to lift, extend, center, and down. Lift, extend, center, and down. And if you're struggling with balance, maybe you do a small knee lift, back down, and then reach. So lift, down, then reach. So either way, let's go about 10 more seconds. Lift, extend, and lower. Great. And last one. All right, we're gonna change legs. So we're gonna lift, extend, and then lower, or lift, down, and then reach. So you're not on that one leg as long. Oops. Very nice. About 20 more seconds on this side. Doing great, 10 seconds more. Good, last one. Excellent, and rest. Okay, movement number 2. We have a lateral lunge with an overhead press at center. So we're gonna wanna step out, sit our hips back, the knee is right over the ankle and foot, come back to center and press your item overhead. So side lunge, hips back, center, and press. If you're wanting to incorporate more balance work, you can try to come back to a single leg while you press, or you can come back and tap the toes lightly and then press. Great, let's go about 15 seconds more on this side and then we'll switch. Last repetition. Very nice. All right, changing sides, lunging out the other way, sitting the hips back, coming back to center and pressing. And again, those of you who are going to single leg balance, we can go to one leg with a press. Hopefully your knees are feeling good. If you're leading with your hips and sitting your bottom back, that should help take some of the pressure off of the knee to incorporate the glutes a little bit more. Nice work. 10 more seconds on this side. Good, and last one. Nice, and rest. Okay, we're gonna practice those two one more time. So with your item, we're holding at the chest. We have our knee lift with an extension, back to the chest and down. Ready? And here we go. Great job. We can incorporate our breathing. Helps with our balance. Drawing that belly button in towards your spine, engaging those core muscles, and then finding something you can keep your eyes on. Your visual helps with your balance as well. Great job. And 10 seconds more. Good, and last one. Nice, and let's switch sides. So we're lifting up our knee, extending our weight, chest and down. Great, this is our last set of these. We have 15 more seconds and then we're moving on to that side lunge. 10 seconds left. Great job, and rest. Okay, we're going side lunge to an overhead press. So stepping out, loading those hips, coming back to center with your press. I don't think I mentioned it in set one, but if overhead pressing doesn't feel great on your shoulders, you can just come right back to center and leave your weight at your chest. Nice. We're getting there, 15 seconds. We'll switch sides. The other thing, if some of you want to use both of your weights, if you have a set of dumbbells and you want more weight, you can definitely hold on to your two weights this way, if that feels better. Last one. And very nice. Okay, switching sides. Ready? And here we go. Last set with this movement, and then we will move on. Nice focus, nice finish. 15 seconds left. Good. Last repetition. And finished. All right, if you need a quick drink, you can grab it. We're gonna move on to two new movements. So this next set, we'll take our dumbbell in our hand. Whatever hand has your weight, that same leg stays on the ground. We're gonna swing our dumbbell back, or water bottle, whatever you're holding, swing it back, and then we're gonna come up overhead, or swing it back and chest height. Swing, good, and from side view, we wanna tap our toes lightly behind and then come to center. Here we go, about 30 seconds. We're gonna swing and center, swing and center. And that knee that's down in front, or that foot, we don't want our knee to shift back with the weight like this. We want to keep our knee right over our ankle and midfoot. And it is totally fine to come to chest height with the weight. We don't have to go overhead. Last one. Great job, and rest. Okay, we're switching our dumbbell to the other hand. Your other foot stays on the ground. We're reaching back and coming up overhead or coming up to chest level. Swing and come back to center. Good. We're getting some good full body movements in, so you might feel your heart rate coming up. We're also working on our balance and our coordination. Excellent job. 10 more seconds. And last repetition. Awesome, and rest. Okay, and then we're pairing that one with our item at our chest, feet about hip width apart. We're gonna sit our hips back into a squat. And just a reminder, we really wanna lead with our hips like we're sitting back in a chair. When you come up, so we'll squat. When you come up, we're gonna rotate our hips and we're gonna extend our weight out and back to center. So for 30 seconds, we're gonna squat and just rotate to the one direction. Ready? Here we go. Squat and rotate, reach. Reset, squat, rotate, reach. Good. We can also modify by not holding a weight at our chest and keeping our hands in front of us and then just reaching our arms out without the weight. Awesome work. 10 more seconds on this side. Last repetition. Good. Center it up, and we are switching sides. So same comfortable squat stance. Sit your hips back. We're rotating the other way. Squat, rotate the other way. Nice work. And 10 seconds more. Good, and rest. Nice, lots of full body movement. So we're gonna do those one more time. You can grab a drink if you would like. And when you're ready, we're coming back for that single arm swing, coming up overhead or to the chest. So pick which arm you wanna start with. That weight is in the hand. That same leg stays on the ground. We're tapping our toes back and swinging our arm forward, chest level or overhead. Tap and swing. If you're feeling you're struggling with balance, I almost struggled with balance right there, you can definitely stand next to your chair and you can use your offhand for a little bit of support, or the wall or whatever you have close to you. If that makes you feel more stable, you can work up to no support. 5 seconds more. Good, and rest. All right, let's change sides. Dumbbell or water bottle or canned food in the other hand. That same foot stays on the ground. Swing it back. Your goal is to lightly tap those toes behind. Good. Focusing on balance, and that leg in the front is taking most of the load. We're stabilizing our hips. And my heart rate's coming up. Hopefully you feel like you're working hard. 5 more seconds. Last one, and rest. Okay, next we have that squat and reach. Final set of these. So sitting your hips back like you're sitting down into a chair, and then rotating, reaching the weight. Ready? And here we go. Squat and reach. Squat and reach.
We're moving through the night like we're from a different star. Flying over streets and the broken.
Awesome work. 15 seconds left. We've been working hard. We're almost through.
Paradise is waiting and we won't believe. Oh, getting caught in the mist is a minute that never get out.
In 3, 2, and rest. All right, last set. Rotating the other way. Ready? And here we go. Hips back and reach. Hips back and reach. Remember, if you're just building up into those squats, it's okay just to sit the hips back without a lot of knee bend, and then reach your arms out and turn that hip. Awesome, 8 seconds and we are done with these. Good, and rest. Nice job. I'm going to put my dumbbell down. Feel free to get water. We're going to transition into some body weight movements. So the way these are going to work, we have 8 different movements, and as we go, I'm going to give you a call out to change your tempo. So we'll go more of a normal pace. For example, we're starting with a squat, so your comfortable pace, and then when I say speed up or go or something to let you know, you're going to try to get your pace up a little bit more. So whatever that looks like for you, you can go super quick or you can just go a little bit quicker, but we're going to do a change of speed. So first movement is our squat. So we just did squat, so we should be ready to roll. Pretend like that chair is behind you, or for some of you, maybe we're working up to squats, and if you'd like to, you can sit and stand and take a load off at the bottom and then get up and then change your speed with that. So, all right, starting with your squat. And here we go, about 45 seconds total. We're on a normal pace here. Breathing, driving those hips back. Let's speed it up. Here we go. Quicker. Nice. Slow it down, normal pace. And quicker. Good, slow it back down. And quicker. Last 10 seconds. Let's keep them quick. Good work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, take a moment. We're gonna give our legs a break. We're gonna go do some cross reaches or cross punches. So we want our feet about hip width apart, little bend in the knees, hands are up. So if you're thinking martial arts, we definitely want to use our core. So a little bit of rotation through the hips, and we're gonna cross reach right out in front of us. And then we're gonna speed it up. So right now, we're at a nice comfortable pace. And without taking a lot of break in between these movements, our heart rate's up. We're definitely getting to that moderate intensity that we're looking for. And speed it up. Little quicker, little tighter to go quicker. Nice, keep going, speed. Good, and slow it back down. We're keeping moving. Belly button's drawn in. We're using our hips, and speed it up. Nice, how quick can you go? Good work. 3, 2, 1, slow it down. Keep cross reaching. We're gonna speed it up one more time. And speed it up. Good, finish strong. How quick can you go? 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Awesome. Okay, 2 down. Number 3, we have our marches. So we are lifting up our knee, bringing our opposite hand up, and if you need to stand next to a chair or the wall for some balance support, or just keep your marches a little bit lower. All right, we're gonna keep moving. Nice moderate pace. And speed it up. Quick, quick. Drive the knees, drive the arms. And slow it down, normal pace. Great job. Speed it up, quick. Use those arms, they help you move quick. And slow it down, normal pace. Almost there. Starting to get the good sweat going. We just have about 4 minutes left. and speed it up. Good, 8 more seconds and we're done with our marches. In 3, 2, and rest. Awesome. Okay, number 4, we have a right leg power knee. So our right leg is behind, our left leg is in front. The power knee comes from that right knee coming forward and meeting our hands. So our slower pace will kind of pause and pull, and then when we go fast, we're gonna go a little quicker. If you need, you can use one hand and hold on to something for support. All right, ready? And here we go. Pull it in, tap, tap. And speed it up, little double time. And slow it down, little pause. We're doing great, we're almost there. Speed it up. Slow it down. Good reaction too. Speed it up. Slow it down. And rest. Nice, we are switching sides. Now our left knee is coming up in our power knee. Our right leg is in front. Raising those arms out and normal pace, here we go. Pull it in and pause. Pull it in and pause. Great job, speed it up. Double time. And slow it down. Speed it up. Slow it down. Speed it up. Slow it down. 5 more seconds, nice and slow. Shouldn't say nice and slow, but your normal pace. And rest. All right, take a break. We have 3 things left. This next one we have back to the arms. We want a little bend in the knees, so just a partial squat. We're gonna go, one elbow is drawing down to the ribs using our lats. We're pulling the elbow down, the other arm is up. So while one comes up, the other elbow is pulling down. Nice. And speed it up with control. Controlled reciprocating pulls. One's coming down while the other's going up. Slow it down. Nice work. 10 more seconds, slow. Good, and speed it up. Excellent. Slow it down. Speed it up. Slow it down. We're almost there. Speed it up. 3, 2, and rest. Awesome job. Okay, we have an alternating reach, so you can tap the toes behind you and come forward, or if your knees will allow you and you're comfortable in a deeper lunge, you can lunge. Here we go. You can also hold the back of your chair for support. Good, we're on a nice normal pace here. Let's go a little quicker. Great job. Slow it down. Quicker. We're almost there. Way to finish these. Slow it down. Last 5 seconds. And rest. All right, we're on to our final exercise. This last one, we're gonna load and reach. Load and reach. Here we go. You have the option of staying flat-footed and not coming up to the toes, but we want our hips back with our arms. Speed it up. Nice job. Slow it down. Speed it up. Last 10 seconds. Let's keep it quick. Good. In 3, 2, and rest. All right. Whew, we worked hard today. We have finished 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise. For me, it turned into a little bit more than moderate towards the end, but hopefully you're feeling good. Thank you for joining. Have a great day.